Hello and welcome to GUTV. I'm Sarah Fjortoft.
And I'm Ryan Edwards. Diversity on Gonzaga's campus comes in many different shapes and sizes. Tonight we are going to explore one group of hardworking students who are preparing to take their studies in a different direction after graduation. Gonzaga's University very own ROTC Bulldog Battalion.
Offered at more than 1,000 colleges and universities across the United States, ROTC is short for Reserve Officer Training Corps. It prepares college students to become officers in the U.S. military directly after graduation. There are several different branches within ROTC that correlate with the branches of the military: Army, Navy, Marine Corps, and Air Force. Gonzaga's ROTC program is specifically sponsored by the Army branch for active duty, National Guard, and Reserve officers.
In the Bulldog Battalion, the cadets are introduced to military protocol from day one, and that includes their form of address. The freshmen are called MS-1s. MS stands for Military Science, and the number stands for their year. The lower class, or MS-1s and 2s, take basic courses for the first phase. The second phase of the program is reserved for MS-3s and 4s, the juniors and seniors who have signed up for the advanced courses. Normally, all students take one military science course, leadership laboratory, and physical training regimen per semester. The Bulldog Battalion's Leadership Development Program has been shaping the military leaders of the past, present, and future.
Even though we might say thank you to those who serve, we as a community know little about what we are thanking these men and women for: the endless blood, sweat, and tears that go into the grueling training hours of the ROTC program.
At 0600, most of the Gonzaga student body is asleep, but not these Zags. Meet your future courageous military leaders of this great nation, the Bulldog Battalion.
I thought high school was early, but this was even more so. But it's really just a bonding experience with all of the other people who are kind of embracing the same suck and just waking up early. But it's really instilled a little bit of discipline into us.
Gonzaga's Bulldog Battalion is one of the most decorated ROTC programs in the nation, and much of this can be attributed to their emphasis on physical training.
It fits the abilities of most people, so if you excel a little bit more in physical fitness, it might not be the hardest thing for you, but it still brings in that aspect of physical training, endurance development, that kind of stuff.
On October 29th, many of the battalion will undergo a physical training test that will put their will and character to test.
To prepare, we just really hit hard on the push-ups, sit-ups, and then runs. We do distance runs or things like HIIT workouts, so just sprints, and then up to about 6 miles.
I remember being so nervous before PT tests that I couldn't even sleep. So I definitely just tell them to, take practice PT tests before and mimic that situation so that when you get there, you're super prepared and you're confident in your own abilities because you've done it before.
But what truly gets them through PT is their dedication and commitment to one another.
Once I had that family and that group of fellowship and just friends here in the Bulldog Battalion, it became just an amazing experience. And now as a senior, the best thing to do is give back to those underclassmen and help them go through that transformative experience that I was so blessed and so humbled to have had here.
Rachel, AJ, and Zach's endless commitment to PT is a testament to the program that is the Bulldog Battalion. These Zags are destined to take the next step, both in service and in life. Kurt Eskijolu, GUTV.
These cadets' work ethic are a testament to expectations set forth by the Bulldog Battalion's leadership.
Gonzaga's ROTC program is only as successful as it is because of its faculty. However, the instructors aren't simply professors. They are soldiers on active duty. There's a word in the military world. It is called cadre. The cadre is a group of military leaders assigned to instruct at formal training schools. The instructors are placed into certain academic roles which depend on the level of education or one's area of expertise. Every week for the enterprising cadet, it's rigorous. There are leadership labs, drills, and physical training sessions. Even so, the cadre is committed to training cadets to think morally and tactically. It's a tall order for such a relatively short time in the program.
And how do you do that in 4 years? We've been doing it for about 100. We're just going to do the curriculum, but a lot of it's just mentorship too, And that's why we come from not just an academic setting, but we're practitioners. We've done it. I've been in command. Major Culpepper's been in command. We've all done this, and now we can kind of, help these kids learn how to do that themselves.
The instructors walk the walk. They have faced the same trials as their cadets and have found success in the military world. To them, serving as the instructor is their next mission. Some officers only teach for a few years, but some stay for a few decades. As for Captain Fortuna, you can expect him to be here for a little while longer. ROTC cadets spend every Thursday afternoon in the lab, but their lab is in the field where they are put in real-life Army situations. Corey Erickson gives us the inside look into the focus and decision-making that is required for the ROTC lab experience.
Once a week, Gonzaga ROTC cadets leave the books behind to receive a different type of education. It's Thursday, Military Tactical Operations Day. These lab experiences simulate real-life scenarios that force the cadets to think on their feet.
I think the biggest thing I've learned is that you have to make a decision, whether that's right or wrong. Making a wrong decision is better than making no decision.
Last Thursday was a movement to contact exercise in which the cadets were given a description of the enemy and an objective of where they needed to go. They knew they'd be attacked, they just didn't know when. The cadets can be assigned their mission anywhere from just a few minutes in advance to a few days. Oftentimes, the mission will change at the last second to once again force the cadets to think on their feet. The lab provides valuable experience on how to make quick decisions and survive.
Staying calm under pressure, because there's no way that you're going to make a good decision if you're flustered all the time. So you got to be able to learn to take a step back and look at it objectively and then go ahead and make a new plan and keep going.
As juniors, cadets begin to take on leadership roles that involve guiding the underclassmen during lab. This rotation, Dottie has assumed the role of platoon sergeant, and Sierra is a squad leader. As junior cadets in leadership positions, Dottie and Sierra often face tough decisions between keeping the freshmen and sophomores safe and meeting the demands of their mission.
My biggest responsibilities are making sure my platoon is where they need to be, the right time, the right uniform, and I have accountability of all the soldiers in my platoon.
Labs are not always battle-oriented. They also cover civilian confrontations and how to handle hostile environments. These labs are intended to help build leadership skills.
We do a lot of tactical movements. Everything we do is tactically oriented so that we get a feel for what it's going to be like later on in our careers, depending on what we branch within the Army.
All cadets must be prepared for the worst, and while we hope none of our Gonzaga cadets are ever put in life-threatening situations, the lab experience ensures that they will be prepared for anything. Corey Erickson, GUTV.
Dottie and Sierra stress that the lab experience gives them the sense of leadership that they take to the next step, serving our country.
The 4-year ROTC program is more than just classes and physical training. Once a week, students take to the outdoors for hands-on field exercises, but when they aren't soaking in the rain running drills, they are in the classroom or the study rooms. The tight schedule of physical training, labs, and homework unites these brothers and sisters. It's the perfect medium to form relations and friendships. This, of course, not unique to Gonzaga, and has a long history within military academics. Generations of soldiers and officers have faced the grueling drills and exercises and have succeeded, making it into the armed forces. Only then will they turn around and use that expertise to help a younger generation in their own military studies.
For generations, people have been doing that, and when one goes through the trials and tribulations of 4 years in the university in general, but then add those ingredients to the mix, they become lifelong friends.
The most pervasive aspect of the military is the level of camaraderie found in it, and ROTC is no exception. At Gonzaga, the graduates still stay connected to the program long after they completed it, sharing their experiences and wisdom with each other from all corners of the world.
Did you know that in April, the Bulldog Battalion had been ranked the 4th best American ROTC program at one of the largest military academy competitions in the world? Learn more after the break.
You're watching Duty, Honor, Country, Zags on GUTV.